What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast. We talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this video, it's no accident. I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You are in the right place. If you already been rocking with your boy, man, you already know the love is real. So without further ado, let's get into this video today. Guys, you've seen the title. They don't love you. You've seen the thumbnail. The Balenciaga, the bags, the shoes, the clothes. They don't love you. You're like, where are you going with this, man? Where I'm going with this is in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28. It says this: he who trusts in riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like the green leaf. If you are putting your faith and your trust in riches, then those around you, your friends, your family, the women that you are trying to attract, they will put their faith and trust in your riches as well. But we know that riches are fleeting, right? You can't put your faith and trust in things that really have no intrinsic value other than the value that people give it. Now, I'm not on here advocating to be poor. I'm not on here advocating to be okay with being average. I'm not here advocating not putting on your hustler hat and getting out there and getting as much money as you possibly can, because that's what I'm doing. I'm out here hustling. I'm getting to the bag. That's what I'm doing. But you can't put your faith and trust in it, because those around you will put their faith and trust in it, primarily women. If they see that you trust in your riches and that's how you try to allure them to you, then they will also put their faith and trust in your riches. And when those riches dissipate, or they go away, or someone comes along with more riches, you're going to be left out in the cold, right? You're going to be left out in the cold. And this ties back to semen retention. This is why you need to retain, because once you start retaining your seed, and once you stop focusing on the V-box, the opposite sex, and you're focusing on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, what it is that you have to do, you're focusing on the important things, then it's of no consequence that you will not put your faith and trust in riches. You won't put your faith and trust in inanimate objects. You just won't do it, because you're practicing a discipline of being more in tune with God and being more in tune with yourself. If you're releasing on them keyboards, them laptops, them desktops, you're watching porn day and night, you're splattering those flat screens, those plasmas, and you're going to town, you're going to put your faith and trust in riches, because you will lose confidence whacking off watching another man do his dizzle with a bizzle. That's just what's going to happen. You can't acquire confidence constantly releasing your seed. So what happens when you start losing confidence? Because this is what's going to happen. You're going to get erectile dysfunction. That is going to happen. You are going to have social anxiety. That is going to happen. You are not going to feel comfortable even when you get in the presence of a woman, because you have filled your mind up with all type of unrealistic fantasies about how these relations should go. And because you are giving your confidence away in exchange for temporary pleasures, you are more susceptible to acquiring or putting your faith and trust in things that you feel will make you more confident, like money. And then you will flash your money. You will buy a girl, a Balenciaga bag, or you buy her some Chanel, right? Because you're trying to show off. You're trying to show her that you got it. You're like, look at me. I'm confident. I got money. Now, listen, man, I'm trying to tell you something. Like, I'm not advocating to be poor. I'm not advocating not to go get the bag, because I'm going to get the bag. Best believe that. I'm trying to stack it up as much as the next man, but I'm not going to put my faith and trust in it, because I know that it leads to nowhere good. If I put my faith and trust in my own riches, my own possessions, then everyone around me, they're going to put their faith and trust in my riches and my possessions. That's what's going to happen to you, right? But if I'm releasing and I'm, the one-eyed monster, and I'm going to town on these screens, these keyboards, these laptops, these desktops, stove tops, black tops, whatever tops, drop tops, I'm not going to have any confidence, because it's impossible to have confidence when you live in a world that doesn't exist. How much confidence can you really garner from watching another man punish a woman? How much confidence can you really have watching porn day in and day out? You will not have any confidence, and you will put your trust and faith in things that are external, right? And you will not be able to attract a woman to you from the core essence of who you are. You ever see a guy who has half the things you have? You have a nicer car than them. You have a better job than them. You have more material possessions than them. You're just farther along in life financially, and somehow he gets all the girls. Girls that are far more beautiful than the ones that you're dealing with. And you're like, how can this be? How can this be? I have this. I'm a good looking guy. And, he's living a lifestyle as if he's an NBA ball player. How is this possible? Because he has less, he's relying more on his internal attributes, what he has, what is unique about him. He's relying on that. Maybe he's funny. Maybe he's just funny. And every time he gets around women, they just laugh and laugh and laugh. And maybe that's his thing, right? Or whatever the case may be. But he has something that's internal, right? Maybe he's magnetic. He has a great attitude. People just want to be, people just want to be around him because he just has a vibrant attitude. He's not trying to attract women with his material possessions. Maybe he doesn't have the Balenciaga t-shirt. He just has a regular t-shirt. Maybe he doesn't have a chain. He's just rocking no chain, Maybe he just has a regular basic vehicle, right? And so women are attracted to him because of who he is, not because of what he has. This is what you have to understand. Build your confidence from being comfortable from the core of your being. Whatever is unique about you, that's your superpower. That is your superpower. But the moment you start to put your faith and trust in inanimate objects, people surrounding you will put their faith and trust in those objects as well. And now you're working for them. You're no longer living and working for yourself, because you have to keep producing, keep providing yourself with these material things so that the people around you will stay attracted to you. You ever wonder why NBA players, NFL players, actors, the people who mismanage their funds and they lose it all, and they always say, like, I gave this person this, I gave this person that, and when the money left, everybody fled, everybody was gone? That's because you put your faith and trust in those things, and they put their faith and trust in those things as well. They just did exactly what you did, right? And when those things ran out or when those things were taken away, they left because there was no more value. The value wasn't in you as a person. The value was in the material possessions. Guys, you have to stop trying to attract women with material things because there's nothing unique about it. You can buy this woman a Balenciaga t-shirt or some shoes. Some other guy can do the same thing. So now you guys are the same, right? You're the same. But what if you were able to attract this woman because you were funny, because you were smart, because you had a unique way of looking at things, because you were caring, or because you were masculine, they just like your energy, or because you were whatever it is, whatever is unique about you, that's what draws a woman into you, right? And then you impress upon her your ideas, your ideology, your thought processes and things of that nature. And, she's not with you because you were able to buy her the material things. Now, you may be able to do that as well. I'm not saying that you can't do that. But what I'm saying is do not give off the impression that your faith and trust is in material things. Because if it is, the Bible says you are going to fail. You're going to fail because you're going to have to keep this up in order to keep them around. I would when I was in college, and most of you guys who've been to college, in college, man, you for the most part, you don't have any money, right? You're banking on getting a little student loan check. You know what I'm saying? You 18, you 19, you in college, man. You don't have, I can't buy you all these expensive things. So when you go out and you were talking to girls, and you were getting down from the core of your being, who you were as a person, right? Not because of what you can provide for them. But as we get older, somehow, some way, we start putting our trust in material things. And we see a lot of this, through music, right? I'm a big hip hop. I like music. I just love music. That's what I love. I don't make music. I'm straight trash. Believe that. I'm trash. I just like to listen to it. I like to get inspired by it. That's my thing. But when you watch a lot of the music or you listen to a lot of the music, a lot of what they're perpetrating is putting their faith and trust in riches. I'll spend $10,000 on you. Boom. For what? Why? Why do that? Because if you do it once, you have to do it twice. You have to do it 3 times. If the first date, you're taking her to somewhere super expensive, you can't take her to Burger King on the second date, right? If that first gift you give her is an elaborate gift, then you're going to have to keep that up. You understand what I'm saying? The easiest thing to keep up in life is yourself. Just be yourself. But here's the thing. This is what you have to understand. The number 1 seller in the world is sex. It sells. Commercials. Everything evolves around attraction to the opposite sex. Bringing these two together, right? Either they have women selling themselves in order to get men to buy into a particular product, or it's vice versa. The men are out there trying to lure the woman into buying a particular product. But that's how business works. You go to companies, I do real estate, and I know these people, they only hire people for the most part that look a certain way. Right? Because the more pleasant or the more easy you are on the eyes, the easier it is to sell. Right? The longer you will have a person engage with you if they find you physically appealing. So when you understand these things, you understand that the one thing that's going to get you off course and that's going to get you focusing on putting your trust in things that are external, putting your trust and faith in riches, material things in order to get what you want, you understand that giving into lust is going to lead you to these things. Why do you think you have all these commercials, guys who've lost their confidence? They can't perform with a woman because they have ED. They can't perform. They lost confidence. Overindulgence in lust and sexual things is going to lead to the dissipation of your confidence as a man. When you can't perform for a woman, you are not confident. I don't care. There's no way you can be confident. There's no way. So if you're choking that chicken and you're splattering those keyboards, those laptops, those desktops, stovetops, black tops, drop tops, whatever it is, man, you are losing confidence. Every time you do it, you're losing confidence because you're living in a virtual world. You're living in a world that does not exist in reality. It only lives inside of your head. And when it comes time to perform, you don't understand that you're damaging yourself physically and mentally. This is why you tend to put your faith and trust in things that are outside of you, because your self-worth is not there. You don't have anything to offer. So because you don't have anything internally to offer, you have to turn to the things that you think people want. So you think she wants these nice, expensive things. So you have to go get those things because she wants those. She doesn't want you because you don't have anything of intrinsic value about you because you don't have any confidence. Again, guys, get the money. Get as much money as you possibly can. I'm getting this money. That's just what I'm doing. I'm hustling. I'm selling. I'm just going to get the money. Right. That's just what I'm doing. However, I'm not going to put my faith and trust in it. I'm not going to use it to lure in a female. Why? Because now you're already starting off on the wrong foot. If you're trying to allure a woman with your possessions, you're losing. You're saying to her that you're a loser. You're saying to yourself that you're a loser. And everyone who's watching, you're saying, I'm a loser. I don't have anything to offer. Now, if you like your nice things and stuff and you just doing you and you just being you, right? And that's just part of your life. And that's just what it is. But people will understand the difference when they get into a conversation with you, what your life is about, what you are about. But guys, you have to stop. We can't continue to do this. We can't continue to do it. We just can't. We can't because they don't love you. They love the things that you can provide. That's what they love. They love the things you can provide. And if they love the things that you can provide, when and if you can no longer provide those things for them, they are going to leave you. They're going to leave you, and you're going to be left to be depressed. You're going to fall back into being in a worse state than you were before. And you're going to keep living that life of just watching porn and just being a loser. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be. Just don't put your faith and trust in these riches, man. Retain, guys. You got to retain. You got to practice semen retention. Because you're practicing a discipline that will help keep you on the course. Again, Proverbs 11:28 says this: he who trusts in his riches will fall. You're going to fall. But the righteous will flourish. They will flourish like the green leaf. You're going to flourish if you trust in your principles. You trust in God. You trust in things of virtue. If that's what attracts people to you, now you have it all. Right now you have something of value, something that you can't go get this from guy to guy. Every guy's not walking around retaining. Every guy's not, just exuding that intrinsic value, being stuck, grounded, rooted in its principles. Every guy doesn't have that. You can't just go find that in every guy, right? So now you're becoming a commodity. Right? You're not easy to find. You're 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 10,000. But if you're doing everything everybody else is doing, like there's nothing special about you. You've traded your uniqueness for material things in order to get people to like you. And that's just not the way it should be. This, guys, is Hold My Nuts podcast. If you like this video, go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up. I'm going to holler at you guys in the next one. Peace.